We are live. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you, Stephen.
Welcome. So I don't know what we do here. So we've announced that we're going live to talk about this workout. Oh, we've got one viewer. So we can do this workout announcement now, knowing that at least one person has seen it. That makes me feel
know
good.
What they're doing. Yeah, that's good.
I need some thick skin, actually, mate, because the next, including tonight, the next 5 nights, I am live. And it's going to be a bit of a test of, I guess, my ability to not talk too much shit, but also like to keep doing a live show when no one's watching and see how we get on with it.
This is your new role in life, mate. Is a talk show host. That's it.
Yeah.
We found the new Steve.
Yeah. So I've got you now, and then I've got Harry Keane tomorrow, and Harry's like doing a bit of a review because it's the team semi-finals start on over the week. Well, they start over the weekend, and then he's agreed to pop on every night and tell us how they've got on. So
nice.
I'll be able to hear firsthand who he's upset in his team each night. So I'm going to just do a bit of what do they call it? What do they call it when you do housekeeping? Housekeeping. Okay. That's it. We've lost this viewer already. That's fucking good, isn't it? Anyway, so bit of housekeeping for anyone that watches this back. We are obviously on here to talk about the Defiant Games. We're going to launch the next workout live on this show. Matt has been kind enough to provide his expert programming to us. So he'll be announcing the workout. But before we do that, I just need to remind everyone that if you are a captain, you will have got an email advising you to make sure a few little bits and bobs are done. So you need to make sure all your teammates are registered on Aritas, and you need to make sure that your team name is what you want it to be. Because at the end of this week, I'll be taking all the team names to get the name boards done, and I will be taking all the T-shirts from Aritas. I don't want no one emailing me. I don't want no admin oversights and all that shit. I need you to update it on Team Aritas. And if you haven't, then you'll just get the standard default T-shirt size, which will be a medium for the ladies and a large for the men. And I know some of you units out there, you big boys like Matt, will need XL. So get your teammates in, get your team name in, get all your admin done, and then we can start to put it all together ready for May the 18th. So without further ado, let's talk about the existing workouts. So talk to me about acid bath. Just go through acid bath for us and how we're doing that this year so people can get that firsthand.
So we're gonna kind of change up the style of it slightly, and we're gonna do it more in an interval style, aren't we? So there's gonna be a 2-part score to it. It's gonna be max calories that the team can accumulate over the entire workout. But there will also be a little boosty bonus separate score for the amount of calories that they can accumulate on the rower only. So everyone's going to start on a piece of kit. They're going to work their butt off for 2 minutes. We are then going to have a 60-second transition window where they change onto another piece of kit. So it's going to be 6 minutes of hard graft when they're on the kit. There's going to be a little bit of strategy that needs to come into play to decide who's going to start where and who wants to finish up on certain bits. But I actually think this could potentially be a little bit harder than
I think
when
it's always
they've
one
done
of them,
it
isn't
continuously.
it? Yeah, I think when you've got a set amount of meters, I think if you approach that in the right way, then that is worse than the clock, because when there's a clock, you always tend to maybe watch the clock and, I don't know, not go all out. But if you've got the mentality of, right, I'm sending this, then you're working for 2 minutes as opposed to 145, 140. And that extra 15 seconds is game changing, especially at the end. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I think we're going to be doing it. It won't be the first workout of the day. We haven't fully decided the workout order, but everyone used to moan because they didn't get warmed up properly and then it filled them in. So it will be in the second half of the day. So maybe
the flip side of this as well, in comparison to what we're used to. So some of the for some of the teams who, let's say that they were, if they're pulling a pace on a rower or a bike and they're above a 2 minute split time on there, they know worst case scenario they're only going to be on this piece of kit for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So the teams that were slower in prior years are actually going to be working for less time than they have done historically.
Yeah.
But the teams that have been blasting it and taking the win because they've been hammering the bikes and hammering the ski ergs and they've been putting early 130s, they're now got an extra 30 seconds on each piece of kit. So if anything, it's going to be a little bit tougher. So I think it will level out the playing field quite nicely.
Yeah, should be good. So it's a good twist on that. So appreciate you putting a spin on our classic acid bath. And then the next workout that we've already announced is, I've named these. I don't want you to have to take the credit for that, but it was Thrust to the Max. So that's a tasty one. Do you want to just do a quick run through that one for us?
Yeah, you have to. I'm not sure if we changed this slightly from what I've got on here, but on my notes that I got here before we spoke, it's going to be a 9-minute AMRAP. It's going to be a waterfall style, so one athlete will go through, complete it all, and when they've finished with the thrusters, they have to go back and tag the next one in. So they will complete 12 or 9 calories on the C2 bike as fast as they can, get on with it. They're going to then move on and do 8 alternating dumbbell hang to overhead. So that can be a hang, clean and jerk, or it can be a hang snatch. So it's going to be from the hang to overhead, alternating their arms, and then they're going to go into a set of unbroken thrusters. So as soon as they put that barbell down on the floor, you have to run back and tag your partner and go in. So again, I've already spoken to a couple of people actually who have tried this, who've seen the workout release and they've given it a little go. And yeah, you've got a couple of different ways that you can try and approach this workout. But I like anything. I think you'll often find on competition days, very often kind of suck it up and push on as absolutely as hard as you can on every workout. It's normally the only way to go. Anytime you try and pace it, especially in a team workout, anytime you try and pace it to some kind of variant that makes the workout feel a little bit nicer is often the way that you end up coming last.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to people doing a ridiculous amount of thrusters in the first round and then not being able to walk. Yeah, you nailed that in terms of its explanation, other than we're 12-9 cal ski rather than
ski, sorry.
Bike on
bike.
that. And yeah, and like the dumbbell hang to overheads, we said, and that's more, it was more so that however you need to get that dumbbell from the hang, you can. So if you need to like clean it to then jerk it, you can do that. If you can snatch it, you can snatch it. So it just helps us with the all-inclusive nature of the comp. And then the weight's on that 22.5 or 15. But again, we'll be scaling those accordingly should anyone need any assistance. So shall we do it?
Yeah, let's go.
We've got 3 live viewers. I think this is as good a time as any. So what is the next workout? See, I'm being cautious not to announce them in numbers because we don't know. Mm-hmm. This is the one thing we're still tweaking. So what is the next workout for the Defiant Games 2025?
Have you named it? Have you given it another name or not?
I haven't, mate. If you want to take that on, you can, or we can on the fly. I can just come out with something.
Well, it's a little bit of a spin on, again, another classic that we're done on the first ever Defiant Games. So name-wise, I think the first one you did was it DT Run?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's down that line. How this one's going to work is it's going to be 4 time. In their teams of 3, they will need to complete 3 rounds of DT each. Now, the DT on the day will be 5, 3, 1. So 5 deadlifts, 3 hang power cleans, and 1 shoulder to overhead. So they will each complete 3 rounds. So one person will do a round, the next person will do a round, the next person will do a round, and they'll do 3 sets of that. And all 3 people then go on a 200-meter run. Okay, so 1 full lap of the track. When they're all back in, they will complete 2 rounds of DT each. However, the twist in the next one is that only 2 people from that team will then go out and complete the run. So 1 person can sit back. When those 2 people come in, you will finish off with 1 round of DT each. And then you'll have 1 person from your team that will go and complete that last 200-meter run. And when that person is back in, that will be the time, that will be it for the workout. So weights on this one, 50 kg barbell for the gents, 35 kg barbell for the ladies.
Decent workout. So just to clarify again, so the run will, on the first round, all 3. On the second round, just 2. And on the last round, just 1. So your sprinter goes at the end and smashes it. But in between that, on the barbell, everybody completes the barbell work each round.
Absolutely. You can't do back-to-back rounds, basically. So you can't have the same person do 3 rounds on the spin and then the next person. You must have that transition. So once you've done the 3, and we'll bring in the rules on the day, as always, like can't drop your barbells and bits and bobs like that. But it'll be lots of quick, speedy transitions on your bike and out the door, run around that track.
Yeah, and when we looked at this, I like what you did, because obviously the directive we kind of gave was more like, even though we've got the track and it's sexy and it looks cool in the venue, some people just don't like to run. So on this, if you're in a team and you're not a massive fan of running, the most you'll have to run on this workout is 200 meters. So yeah, that's really good. So bonus points for being slow in this one.
Exactly.
But yeah, so just to recap the workout, it will be 3, 2, 1, go. 3 rounds of DT each. So I'll go, Matt will go, and then someone else will go, and then we'll do that. You can't do back-to-back rounds. Everybody goes on a 200-meter run, and then when you come in, 2 rounds each. So all 3 of you do 2 rounds. Then only 2 people have to go on the next run. And then when you get back in, 1 round of DT each. And then only 1 person has to go on the final sprint. I'm looking forward to that last sprint as well, because if it's pretty close,
absolutely,
it'll be good.
Absolutely, that's the plan.
And then just a bit more housekeeping on how the day will be going ahead. So in the past, obviously, we've had everybody doing the same workouts at the same time, because that's just the easiest way to do it. But what we're doing this year is we're going to have 16 lanes. 8 lanes will be female teams, 8 lanes will be male teams. So the females will be doing one workout, the males will be doing another, and then that'll just swap. So we were looking at ways to be able to get more out of the day, and that was the best way for us to do it. So you won't all do the workouts in the same order, but all the men will do the male workouts in their workouts in the same order, and all the females will do theirs. So there can't be any sort of worries about, well, it's not fair because we did this workout first and they did that second. You'll all be doing them in the same order, but just categorized by your sex. So
perfect.
Yeah, simple as that, mate. So thank you for jumping on and going through that. Is there anything else you wanted to call out? Is there anything you wanted to give us about any exciting updates or anything?
No, I think that's all good. I think we're ready to rock and roll and looking forward to next month, aren't we? It's not long.
Yeah, it's coming around quick, mate. I can't wait for you to sleep on my sofa.
My favourite place to be.
Yeah, I might treat you to a pizza at night before, mate. But yeah, we've got some other bits and bobs coming up, as I mentioned earlier. We've got the live shows on the next 4 nights with Harry, and they're going to be really good then. So if you're watching this and you are remotely interested in CrossFit, being able to get access to Harry and AOD Fitness as they complete their semi-finals workouts, it's a pivotal part of the season for them. This is what decides whether they go to the CrossFit Games or not. We're going to be live every single night with an update on that. For the Defiant Co, we are launching our VIP program on Friday to a select few, and that's incredible, mate. So I've not caught up with you about this, but we've asked some of our trusted partners and suppliers and people that we've developed some good relationships with over the course of our existence, and we have got exclusive discounts from Mergs, Built for Athletes, and ESC Sounds so far, that people that join our VIP club will get a specific discount code for those other brands. We've also got one for Matt Tyler Programming, Matt Tyler Coaching, which you've been kind enough to provide. And we've got so far 6 gyms signed up. So if you are in the area and you are a VIP member of the Defiant Co, you will be able to use their gym for free as a drop-in. And we're adding to that list. So yeah, free postage, free returns, presents on your birthday and Christmas. We're doing loads for it. So look out for that email. We're only sending it to a select few to start with. And then we're going to see how it goes. So really exciting stuff, mate.
Awesome. Yeah, really good. Really, really good.
And thanks for being there for me to say that, so I wasn't just talking to myself. It's Speaking of talking to myself, I've got a podcast in the morning with Tori. So see if she says she's actually developed a topic for this one. She's
fair.
She's leading it. So We'll see if I can chat shit about other people's topics and not just my own. I think I can. What do you think?
I think you've got it in the locker, mate. I think it's one of your undenied skill sets.
Thanks, mate. You put that really well. Right, mate. If you just stay on for a sec, I'm gonna shut the live down. So thank you everyone that joined or anyone that's watching this after. The next workout we'll probably announce in the same way, but we'll call it DT Run 2.0. Not everyone has to run, so it's all good. Right. Thanks, everyone.